Sometimes a salad for dinner or lunch is just an excuse to have a nice glass of wine. Now, I'm not saying this isn't a great salad, but it will go really well with a nice Chardonnay. First thing we're gonna do is make our dressing. I'm gonna make it ahead of time so the flavors get a little bit of time to infuse. So you just need a small bowl. I'm using some plain yogurt. Depending on how much you're making, will depend on how much yogurt goes in there. Add some of I'm using the Keen's curry paste. Now this has got coriander, fenugreek, celery, allspice, pepper, salt. So it's got all of those flavors that you would normally want from a spiced yogurt already in there. So it's gonna save you some time toasting those off. So I'll pop a little bit in, a little bit of extra salt. And I'm gonna put just a little bit of lime juice in there as well. And that's a dressing made in 30 seconds. Next, chicken. Into our pan. I've got our pan on so it's nice and warm. Skin on. If you don't want the skin on, you don't need to have it. I love skin. You're having a salad, so you're kind of looking after yourself, so you can have a little bit of skin. Skin side down and we'll crisp it up. In my other little pan, I'm gonna toss in some pepitas, which are just pumpkin seeds. Toasting them changes the texture. They become really crunchy, and it also changes the flavor. They become nice and toasty, which makes sense because you're toasting them. So I'm gonna leave both of those there. By the time they're cooked, our salad will come together. So we're gonna use some pears. So your mandolin, you just set your blade and then run your pear back and forth on it like that. And you'll end up with really even slices of pear, which we'll pop in our bowl. And as soon as they go in our bowl, I'm gonna put some lime juice on them, just so they don't go brown. And the acidity stops that oxidization and things won't go brown for us. Now, if you don't have a mandolin, all you wanna do, just take off a little edge like that, so you've got a nice flat surface to cut on, and then just cut nice rounds. Taking off that bottom, so you've got a stable surface to cut on, will really help. So we'll pop them in there as well. Give that a little toss. We're gonna do the same with our fennel. Just run it back and forth on our mandolin. Pop our fennel into our bowl. Some dates, which we'll just pop a little handful of dates in. Then our radishes. You've got this beautiful stem, which I want to try and keep if I can. So a few little rounds, and then I'm going to try and keep that stem on, just so you get the little tail like that, and looks good in the salad. And if you get your radish and the leaves are still okay, radish leaves are edible, so you can pop them in a salad, and the stems are edible, so we'll pop them in. Our radishes go in, and to finish off, some granola, some toasted granola that I've made, just to give it some texture. So a couple of spoonfuls of toasted granola, which you would think is weird going into a salad, but this toasted granola, I've added a little bit of salt to as well, so it's quite a savoury granola. All right, we'll give that a nice little toss around. So the granola is just a natural muesli, which we've added in some of my favourite dried fruits, so cranberries, blueberries, and then some honey, put it in the oven, toast it for about 25 minutes, a little bit of salt, and you end up with a really, really nice granola. So that is our salad mix. Now, there's no real dressing in there because remember our yogurt is our dressing. So everything is ready to go. Waiting for our chicken just to finish. It was a really thick breast of chicken, so it's gonna take about 8 minutes. A couple more minutes, then I'll rest it, and then we'll plate up. Chicken is rested for half the time that we cooked it, so it's been resting for about 4 or 5 minutes. I'm just gonna carve it into my little serving sizes and then place those cooked perfectly. Place those on the plate, and then our salad I'm gonna build around that. Just grab some of our salad and scatter around our chicken. And then our dressing, I'll just spoon over the top and put a little bit on the side of the plate. These are great little palette knives if you can get hold of them. Good for doing little smears and things like that. And then I'll place a few little pieces of radish in there, some fennel fronds, which I've just picked off the top of the fennel, which we can just pretty the plate up with. And just for some extra crunch, grab a little bit more of our granola, sprinkle that on top. And that is our little salad designed wholly and solely so you can have a glass of wine.